In 1962, Chile hosted the most violent World Cup ever. The English newspaper Daily Express wrote about the tournament. The tournament shows every sign of developing into a violent bloodbath. Reports read like battlefront dispatches. The Italy versus West Germany match was described as wrestling and warfare. The conflict started with the choice of the host. The teams of the American continent, like the 1938 World Cup, said that if the tournament is not held in the American continent, they will boycott it. The main competition was between Argentina and Chile. Carlos Ditborn, the leader of Chile's Football Federation Committee, managed to win the hosting of the tournament. But the real problem came when Chile suffered a major earthquake in May 1960, before the start of the tournament, which destroyed much of the infrastructure. All the infrastructures were rebuilt on time with unprecedented speed, and the matches were held as scheduled, but the number of host stadiums went from 8 to 4. Ditborn could not see the results of his efforts, and 1 month before the tournament started died. Host Chile and champion Brazil, along with Argentina, Colombia, Uruguay, and Mexico, were the representatives of the American continent in this World Cup. From Europe, Bulgaria, Czechoslovakia, England, Hungary, Italy, Soviet Union, Spain, Switzerland, West Germany, and Yugoslavia participated in the tournament. The format of the tournament was similar to that of the 1958 World Cup, with the difference that the playoffs were eliminated, and if the points were equal, the average goal determined the top team. Uruguay, Soviet Union, Yugoslavia, and Colombia were present in the first group. Soviet Union goalkeeper Lev Yashin, who was undoubtedly the best goalkeeper in the world at that time, did not perform well in this tournament. He received 4 goals from Colombia, which was making its first appearance in the World Cup. However, the Soviet Union and Yugoslavia were the advancing teams from this group. West Germany, Chile, Italy, and Switzerland were in the second group. 2 Italian journalists had written insulting articles about the host country. They described Santiago as a proudly backward and poverty-stricken dump full of prostitution and crime. And this made the game between Chile and Italy become a full-fledged battle. During the game, the players were clearly trying to hurt each other. 2 Italian players were sent off, and the Italians needed a police escort to leave the field. In the end, Chile won 2-0. From this group, West Germany and host Chile reached the quarter-final stage. The third group consisted of Brazil, Czechoslovakia, Spain, and Mexico. The undisputed star of the 1958 World Cup, Pelé, was injured in Brazil's second game against Czechoslovakia and missed the tournament. Also, Franz Puskás played for Spain after escaping from Hungary. But Spain, which was away from the competition for several periods due to the Civil War, did not have the necessary preparation. Finally, Brazil and Czechoslovakia advanced to the next stage, and Mexico and Spain were eliminated. Hungary, Argentina, England, and Bulgaria were present in the last group. It was the first time that the number of goals exchanged in a group mattered a lot, because in the end, Argentina was eliminated from the tournament due to the average goal being less than England's. Hungary and England were added to the 8 teams of the knockout stage. Undoubtedly, Chile, which had almost unknown players, was the surprise of this tournament. In the quarter-finals, they faced the Soviet Union, the European champions. The motivation of the Chilean players, the hosting, and of course the poor form of the Soviet Union goalkeeper made them create a surprise and defeat the Soviet Union 2-1 and reach the semi-finals along with Brazil, Czechoslovakia, and Yugoslavia. Since no one expected Chile to advance to the semi-finals, Viña del Mar was originally supposed to host the other match of the semi-final, but with Chile's promotion, the schedule changed and Santiago hosted the Chile and Brazil match. This angered the people of Viña del Mar, and less than 6,000 spectators attended the game between Czechoslovakia and Yugoslavia. In the end, Czechoslovakia won with a score of 3-1 and reached the final. The second game of the semi-final between host Chile and defending champion Brazil was very sensitive. This caused the game to become a bit violent, and Garrincha from Brazil and Honorino Landa from Chile were sent off. In the end, Brazil defeated Chile 4-2. Chile won the game against Yugoslavia 1-0 and reached third place. The final was held on June 17, 1962, between Brazil and Czechoslovakia at Estadio Nacional, Santiago. In the Brazil team, the young Amarildo, who had a very successful performance in the tournament, played instead of Pelé, and Ladislav Novak wore the Czechoslovakian captain's armband. The referee blew the whistle to start the game. After 15 minutes, Masopust scored the first goal for Czechoslovakia. But like in the previous final, Brazil made up for the lost goal very soon and after 2 minutes by Amarildo. In the 69th minute, Zito gave Brazil a 2-1 lead. Czechoslovakia could not get back into the game, and in the 78th minute, Vava scored Brazil's third goal to finish the job. Brazil reached the second championship in the World Cup. This was the last time a team was able to defend its World Cup title. The more defensive style of football in these competitions made the average number of goals scored per game less than 3 for the first time. Since the 1962 World Cup, this average has never been higher than 3. Also, these games did not have a top scorer, and Garrincha, Vava, Lionel Sanchez, Florian Albert, Valentin Ivanov, and Drazen Jurkovic scored the most goals with 4 goals. In this way, Brazil continued to shine in the World Cup without Pelé. But this was not the end of Pelé's work, nor the end of Brazil's work. Please subscribe to the Final Matches channel and share this video with your friends.